Hello, gorgeous souls. We are back with Kate, and she's going to give us a couple of minute rundown on how she has been finding the changes when you're using awareness and opening up, and then we'll go through and we'll see what comes up. Share with these people what you've been discovering.
Things are just coming all of a sudden. I'm not actively thinking about changes I need to make. They're just there. So it is like an awareness all of a sudden. And I've spoken to you before. I think that if you go to counselling or any kind of help, that you have to sort of analyse your feelings, diarise things, read this, read that. But none of this is about that. It's just all of a sudden I'm having this awareness. And it's almost like you're in a retreat, but still living your life. That makes sense. You're in this retreat where you're allowed to open up. So people might go to a retreat to open up, but you can open up and continually live your normal life. And there are those moments where, you'll come across fears, but it's about just sucking it up and knowing that you've got to move through it. And there has been that, I suppose, that fear of, moving through things, of which I feel supported.
And that's a new feeling for you, because you were saying earlier that you're noticing ideas are coming to you and that you actually want to open up more.
Yeah.
Because you've been noticing your relationship is a lot closer.
Yes.
And that's because you've been making changes on the inside.
Yeah.
Things are happening better on the outside.
I'm only noticing them from the response I'm getting, not necessarily thinking, oh, I'm projecting this different feeling. I'm being given to more. Receiving. That's the word I was looking for. I'm receiving. So therefore, I think sort of in my consciousness somewhere that I'm obviously being able to receive better without that kind of defensiveness.
Because that blocks it out. And love is around for all of us. And so if we've got this up anywhere and we think it's about something on the outside, unless we go inside and really discover what is inside, it doesn't change, or it takes so much effort to change.
Yes. And I think you get so used to a certain way of living that you continuously keep to that pattern all the time. And I've got that pattern in my, when I socialise and I was somewhere yesterday, and for the first time I didn't leave with thinking, oh, how did I come across? Or I was just myself, which I didn't think about till afterwards.
And that's a positive reflect, because your first awareness was on self-esteem.
Yeah.
And you're noticing that is falling away.
Like
an old part on a tree.
Yeah.
It's like, hang on, I'm okay.
It's a bit hard at the moment to kind of identify those things when they're happening. But it's not until I reflect later, or, that I've got a whole mixture of feelings. There are moments when I just want to be alone to feel it all, I think.
Yeah.
But that's all part of, I suppose, facing fears and dealing with them and working through them. So there have been, I can sometimes feel a slight barrier, but then I feel that support, and it comes back down when I reassure myself that we all need to let go of fears in order to move forward.
We're going to get into that, because that's the next thing that's been coming up. Just before we go, one of the last awarenesses we did was really trusting in your knowing, and I just wanted to know, how are you going in those lone places at home? Have you noticed anything there yet, or?
I suppose in the craziness of home life with young kids and both busy at work, and there hasn't been, I suppose, a great deal of just changes to my everyday routine. Like, I'm still putting dinner on the table too late and all those things. I'm not thinking, all of a sudden I'm in control of everything. But I feel just more solid in myself.
Great.
And looking after myself when I know I need to.
Yeah,
I did that this morning when I had 1,000 billion things to do. Instead, I had a little lie down because I knew I needed to.
Which was the actual awareness. Remember, before you'd be overwhelmed with the list.
Yeah.
Great, that's what I was wanting to ask.
Yeah.
That's an awesome, because they're, like what you said, you start to change how you feel. And that's the vibration that the universe pays attention to. And then what comes back are the results of the same, more of that. So if you're just feeling good and doing the same things that you were doing the week before, things start to slowly change. You're receiving.
And I felt by doing that this morning that it was going to get me in a better headspace for doing the most important things in the day.
Great, because that was your awareness a couple of weeks ago on tuning into your knowing.
Yes.
Great.
And I think I've definitely been more aware of, what do I need to do today to get me to where I want to be? Does that make sense? Instead
rather than the overwhelm.
Yes, rather than the overwhelm and just dealing with one thing at a time, but knowing that that's okay.
Yeah, great.
And not beating myself up thinking I'm not good enough.
Great. Well,
that's
great because you can start to see if you're following Kate and her journey, her self-esteem's improving, you're receiving more,
yes,
your relationships feeling more fulfilling. It always was, but you're seeing that it's there now.
Yes,
yeah,
definitely.
You're really letting it in.
Yes,
definitely. Yeah, that's it. That's fantastic.
That defensiveness, because that defensiveness was a key word for me in initial stages. It was straight away I could think, oh yes, straight away that word, and that is something that I felt has definitely
shifted.
Just shifted,
And so then your partner's true essence of loving you just comes through.
Yeah. It's like I've let it back in.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, awesome, thank you. We are now going to turn this off and we're going to come back and do another process, so you'll see what happens next. But thank you very much.